Welcome to Trade Doc, Theta Options Trader, where we recap today's close, look at the futures, and scan our ETF watch list to spot opportunity. I encourage you all that's watching to subscribe to catch up on the latest videos that are released. Try to make them on a daily basis. Also, I encourage you to ask questions and tell me how I can make this channel better by providing other content, maybe trading strategies. I don't know what anybody's looking out for, but just ask questions and I'll answer them right on the live recording. Today is November 25, 2016, and the markets had a half-day session. And the markets closed green. Another record high close across the board for the majors. The Dow up to 19,152, up 68 points. The Nasdaq up 20 and the S&P up about 9. Taking a look at the futures, the majors look up. Looks like they're up about 0.5%. The 30-year bond is up. The 10-year bond is down. The VIX is unchanged. Crude is down to $25.96, so it's up. Up to $45. So that's $45.96. Natural gas is ripping up to $3.18, almost $3.19. Gold came down 0.5%, holding at $11.86. Silver's up about 0.5% at $16.58. And copper is up and down, but it's up to $2.69. Nikkei is down 0.25%. The Aussie is up 0.5%. Australian dollar's down, and the British pound is holding at 124.6. Taking a look at the charts, starting with crude oil, and crude oil came down ripping. Came down about 3% on high volume. We had our sell signal here about a couple days ago, so we're holding that position. Nothing else to do. Something that came down, and actually our profits are pretty high on this oil and gas explorers. They're down 1%, but because of our position, we're up percentage wise pretty high. Have a sell signal. We're gonna hold this short position, turn into something once it comes down, but imagine it's going to be trading between these two trend lines for the time being. We'll see if it breaks down below this one. Natural gas is ripping up, coming past this price level of $7.98, about $8. We'll see if it can hold that. It's trending up at its channel. It's at the top of the channel now. It could probably have some downward movement. We do have a sell signal here. Now we long natural gas. We took off a couple of positions. We'll stay long on it, but because we did take some positions off in this low volume, half a day of low volume, it's hard to say what's going to happen. We see more upward movement. Gold was down 0.5% today on this low volume again. Looks like it's coming up a little bit on the after hours. Gold miners, we have a buy signal on it, and I like that buy signal. We'll still stay long. Just draw a trend line here just to see some action. Yeah, so it evened out here at 20, and this is the GLD at 2013. So in this case here, I like to say this is a short-term bottom, which is 2013. So we'll see it move up to the trend line and see what it does. Silver, we have a long position on it. It came up almost on 1% on low volume. Energy sector, we're short, broke this trend line, so we remain short on this for a while. Let's price target around here before we do anything. That's 71.23. And here's utilities, where we said we wanted it to come up to this area. Now it's in that area, a low volume, up almost 1.5%. I like to see it come up to 47.52 before I put a short sell on it. And the industrial set that just keeps ripping up. We have a short position on it, and we're expecting it to come back down to 60 at some point. Material sector is respecting this trend line, still moving up. We have a nice sell signal here, so and this is up 0.25% on very low volume here. This is like the lowest volume in a while, so we could say that this is ready to go short again. But the rule is, you don't short, you gotta wait 5 days before adding another position, no matter what. Here we have healthcare came up and looks like it closed above this trend line. So for the short time being, and it's on low volume, so it's kind of aware. There's no solid direction or where to go. This could rocket right back down, especially on days like this with low volume. Real estate, we got a long position on it, keeps on moving up on that trend line. Home builders still moving that tight channel, that steep channel on the way up, looking to short it pretty soon. This is a low volume here, and it's up almost 1%, about 0.75%. You see these high volume nodes here, gives you the price action of like between 32.50 and 32. So coming back down to 33 shouldn't be that hard. And the real retail. So now if we could see retail just close below this trend line, so that retail is a sell, and I'm going to make sure that I add a sell. Now this is the next day, so let's call this adding positions on the next day. Financials, they came up again about 0.1%, kind of like flying up there on its own. We're short on it, or expecting it to come down. This S&P is still moving up, making an all-time high again. It's just like, seems like everything's just crashing, melting upwards versus down, but we'll get some normalization in the markets soon enough. The Dow, seeing this, that it's up another 0.25%, breaking all-time highs. We're going to put another sell on it. We're just building the position. The Qs, so it gets right on that trend line, so we'll see how high it moved above it. We're short on it, and it closed that sell signal, so feel good about the position. To give us an idea of what the move might be, something like this. Just because that's the way it always works out. Move might look something like this, but it not might happen till up here. 1 minute left. The Russell, lowest volume, which is expected. We're going to go short on that. Building another short position 3 days out. Emerging markets, it looks like they're moving upwards. We don't know how far up they'll move, but politically things aren't looking good for the emerging markets unless they strike some deals. Japan, it looks like it's had a nice bounce, ready to start going positive. China came up almost 1%, and we're still long China. India had a big move up, 2.25%. So India is actually a buy on here. I did have buy signals on my previous videos, but I lost them all. Here's Russia. We're short Russia, and that's coming down, no problem. Europe, I think it's ready to go, start going long Europe. Again, thanks for watching. Subscribe, ask some questions. Till next time, see you next week. Peace.